You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, you know what, guys? When it comes to the trans invasion of female sports, the only females that are really advocating for the males to come into female sports and participate in female sports are the ones that have retired or they're about to retire. So it really doesn't threaten them. Megan Rapinoe, for example, she became a crusader to have men invade women's sports when she was about to retire. Now that she's retired, she's sticking to that, folks. Also, Simone Biles. Simone Biles, all-time great gymnast, same thing. She's retired, and all of a sudden now, she's okay, it seems, with the trans invasion of female sports. Riley Gaines has even called for Simone Biles to actually come out and help them keep men out of women's sports. But guys, it seems like when it comes to retired professional female athletes, Martina Navratilova, one of the all-time great female tennis players, is the only one that has stuck to her guns. Now, guys, she's an all-time great tennis player. She's also a lesbian, and she is super left on everything except for the trans invasion of women's sports. She ain't down with this stuff. She is about as far right as you can get when it comes to that. Now, she played on the WTA Tour. How many slams did Martina win? She won, I believe, like 18, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, all-time great. Well, guess what, folks? Back in 2024, it's amazing, guys, for the few years they actually do. The WTA was woke. They actually had a transgender policy that allowed for the male invasion of their sport. The only stipulations was that if you were a male, wanted to identify as a female, you had to keep your testosterone levels at a certain level. Now, as far as we know, there's been no males identifying as women playing on the WTA Tour. And I'm wondering, folks, if there was one, everybody knew about it, what would the women actually have to say? Very curious about that. However, times are a-changing, folks, because now the WTA has now adopted a gene testing policy now. And I'm pretty sure the woke crusaders are not going to like this. They're going to call it evasive and all this other stuff. But guess what? It's really not. It's a simple swab of the cheek. But that's just too much for the woke crusaders, because they want men to emasculate themselves, feminize themselves. They don't want them to be men. But now the WTA, man, has gotten on board and said, nope, there will be no males in on the tour. So let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. Here we go. Right over here on Outkick, WTA adopts SRY gene testing to protect fair competition in women's professional tennis. Martina Navratilova welcomed the policy, which takes effect Tuesday and replaces a 2024 transgender eligibility rule. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, guys, that they even had that. Says here, the WTA has just become the latest sports organization to require players to take a genetic test to establish their eligibility to compete in the women's category. The WTA's updated women's eligibility policy requires players to undergo a one-time screening for the SRY gene, which is found on the Y chromosome and is involved in male typical sex development. Testing can be completed through a simple cheek swab, blood test, or saliva sample. It's just that simple. If you don't like needles, a swab of the cheek, that's all you need to do. Or, you spit. But I already know, guys, they're going to say, oh, it's evasive. It's evasive. It's transphobic. Call it what you want. But however, there'll be no males in female sports. Yeah. Players who test negative for the SRY gene will be immediately eligible to compete on the WTA Tour. A positive result will prompt further medical assessment before a player can be cleared. And you know what? It's still a test, so mistakes can actually happen. So yeah, there does need to be another medical assessment, and if that medical assessment says, "Nah, this is a mistake," it's okay then. You're a female. Actually, you know what? Check out the sex organs. Anyway, players must also sign documentation acknowledging that refusing to undergo testing could result in disciplinary action. Quote, the WTA's women's eligibility policy is designed to promote equal athletic opportunities in women's professional tennis and maintain fair competition for all players participating in WTA tournaments, the official policy states. The WTA said the policy was approved following consultation with its members and a review of evolving eligibility standards throughout the international women's sports. Yeah. And it's crazy, guys, that just 2 years ago, they were allowing, and we don't think this has actually happened, they're actually allowing men and women's sports as long as they kept their testosterone levels below 2.5 nanometers. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. But they were actually allowing that to happen. Now, this is what Martina Navratilova had to say. She said, quote, I played no part in this particular policy, but I am very happy that we at the WTA are clear that we are a women's association and only women, as in females, can compete at the highest level of women's tennis. Yeah. So that's some great news right there, guys. That is some great news. So any of the transgenders that think they can actually dupe the system and try to get into the WTA, it's not going to happen. You can go ahead and take that test, but you're going to fail. You're going to fail. Now, didn't women's golf do something similar because they allowed some male to actually try to get on the LPGA Tour? And I think they implemented that type of test, and I don't think he actually was able to. First of all, he wasn't good enough to get on the tour. Anyway, yeah, he's a male. He sucked at golf, but they still allowed him to try and qualify, and he just wasn't good. Just wasn't good. But however, this is great news right here, folks. This is very, very good news. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time. Well, Black and White Nation, it is that time. The 4th of July sale is here. 20% off everything in the merch store, including our new America 250 second edition. Has America 250 on the front with the flag on the back. We also have our America 250 George Washington edition with the America 250 logo on the back, George Washington on the front. We have our Freedom shirt. We have all the merch you guys want. Patriotic gear. Our best-selling shirt is our Bald Eagle edition America 250 shirt. We have sports gear. We have hats. We have bat pats as well. Get your merch today, guys. 20% off. If you are a paying member to the website, you get 25% off. And by the way, you can become a member and support us just for $10 a month. You can also save money by getting the annual plan. If you would like to donate to us, you can do it directly on the website. $5, $10, $20, whatever you guys want to give. We do appreciate the support.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.